The chain is only as strong as its weakest link. In public transportation terms, that means connections. That would mean a traveler traveling to an obscure location would have to figure out, say, a local dial-a-ride. The city of Thousand Oaks has 4 bus routes serving their community. With them, they provide exemplary service if you happen to be traveling on Monday through Friday between 6 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. That means there's no service 2 days a week. If you happen to have business in Thousand Oaks, whether you live there or not, you have to work around those limitations. If you're going to Camarillo, you'd have to figure out their dial-a-ride system. I've been working on this project for several months. I still haven't seen a bus. As the sun slowly sets, businesses remain open, but all over Ventura County, the bus lines are shutting down. If you want to go anywhere after dark, forget about it. How are you going to get people to ride a bus system when being left stranded is a real possibility? Parked buses don't move people. Their current customers, poor people, are the ones most likely to have the rotten jobs that don't start and stop during regular business hours. So turning off the bus system at 7 o'clock at night doesn't serve them. Nor will it serve you if you happen to choose to go out of your house after 7 o'clock at night. But it does help the administrators. They get to go home at night in their car. If you're going to operate any form of serious public utility, you have to think on a 24-hour-a-day clock. Can you imagine if the electricity or the telephone system cut off for 6 hours a day? Can you imagine what an uproar we would have? This is America! That doesn't mean you need to have your best service 24 hours a day. In the television business, the networks put what they think is their best programming on in prime time. But even at 3 o'clock in the morning, there's something on. It may not make them a lot of money, but they're providing full service. In neighboring Los Angeles County, they call it OWL service, a skeleton network that allows its riders the opportunity to find their way home.
The biggest challenge that we have ahead with us is not putting in more service, running more frequent service. I mean, we're looking at connecting Santa Clarita by bus. It's not putting in more frequent service. That's a simple thing to do. It's looking and anticipating what is our population going to need in the future, which is why I'm telling you the biggest challenge that we have ahead is that there's going to be greater demand for paratransit services as the population of this county ages. And that's, you know, housing is expensive, people are staying here longer. That's the biggest challenge in transit. Because under the federal laws, if you're running a fixed route system, you have to run a complementary paratransit system. So if you expand the public bus systems and you run them, not necessarily more frequently, because that doesn't matter because it's within the hours, but if you were running the public bus 24 hours a day, you would also have to run the paratransit system 24 hours a day. And the expense involved in that is very high. So again...
And that's a law?
Federal law. It's called the Americans with Disabilities Act. Mm-hmm. So it's, you know, those are significant issues that all of the bus operators and transit operators face.
From a government speak perspective, it sure sounds like they're doing a pretty good job. So why does my head hurt? I just wanted a system that could help move people around.